You're good.
Hello everyone, my name is Gabrielle Matthews and I am a senior at North Mecklenburg High School. I'm happy to be able to present to you all for Blythe Elementary School's International Week. Today we're making two dishes. The first one is chocolate sabla cookies and the second one is pizza. So the first dish that we're going to make is the sabla cookies, and the dish is actually a French chocolate cookie. So if you guys want to try it, follow along with me, and I'll get straight into the recipe. So first we're going to mix flour, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt. We're just going to mix it together, and so it forms just one unit. We'll also add the chocolate chips at this stage, and then we're going to set it to the side. So next, in the mixing bowl, we're going to add the butter and the sugar. And we're going to mix them together so that they form a cream texture. So halfway through, I'm going to scrape the sides of the bowl so that the butter gets completely mixed in with the sugar. So the mixture should look something like should look something like this. So next, we will add the next few ingredients. So we're going to add the vanilla and the egg, which I need to grab real quick. And this is how we're going to get our very creamy texture in the mix. And that's when we'll start to see the ingredients come together. So it should form one mixture. Alright, I'm going to stop it real quick and scrape the sides. I would also like to note that if you do not have a stand mixer, you can just use an electric mixer to get the same consistency. Now you see our creamy mixture. And one thing to note is that you don't actually have to mix the ingredients for too long. It should only be about 1 minute to 2 minutes of mixing. You don't want to overmix your ingredients. I'm going to place that to the side. So now we're going to add the dry ingredients to this mixture. And you can either choose to mix it by hand or in the mixer, but it'll be easier in the mixer, so I'm going to do it that way. forms, it'll be very sandy-like. And that's because solid directly translates to sandy. And that's because the mixture that's going to form is almost just going to be like a sand-like texture until you mix it together with your hands. So I'll show you what that looks like in a second. So you notice here that it looks like not combined and very sand-like and almost like wet sand at the front of the beach. And so you might be thinking, oh, did I do something wrong? No, you did not. It is how it's supposed to look, and that is the brand of the cookies. So next, we're going to just take our hands and squish the dough together between them to form a ball.
Do you mind if I ask you some questions on the video?
Yeah, you can ask me some questions.
So, hi, my name is Amy. I'm Gabby's teacher. So, Gabby, the dough seems a really stiff dough. Is it hard for you to mix like that?
It actually isn't super hard to mix. The main thing you want to do is just put your arm into the pressure and push into the dough, and it'll actually be pretty easy to mix.
Nice. Good. It looks really good. It smells wonderful.
Yes, it has a very strong chocolate aroma because of all the chocolate ingredients.
Looks good.
So it might take a little while for the dough to mix together, but that's all right. So you notice now that our sandy cookie has come together to be one ball. And so now we're going to split it into two pieces and roll it into a log and freeze it. And after it is frozen, we'll cut it out into slices and bake it. So you'll just want to cut it in half. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just estimate where you think the half is. And you can just squish it down a little bit at the top to start to form a log shape. And fold it over. And just roll. And as you roll, it'll start to form the shape. If you look back at it, it's starting to form a log. So we'll continue to do this until we get a log. It should be like an inch or almost the size of like if you were to pinch your fingers. And once you think it's gotten to about an inch, you can just fold over the sides and refrigerate it or freeze it for 3 hours or up to 3 days or to whenever you want to cook it. So it could stay in the freezer for as long as you like. It has a long shelf life, so which means it just lasts a long time.
Good.
So our log of Segula cookies has chilled in the freezer for a little while. So now we're going to go ahead and cut it. So I'm just going to unwrap it here. And for this next step, you probably want your parents to help you because the dough will be very, very cold and very hard. So it's going to be really hard to cut. And I also recommend that you stick the knife or the utensil that you're using to cut it into some hot water to get it warm before you cut it. And so you can actually cut the ends off if you don't want to use like kind of like a flat, not flat piece. And you'll just want to cut it to like half an inch to an inch depending on how big and thick you want your cookies to be. So after you cut them, you can just go ahead and set them on a baking sheet. Make sure to space them so that they don't stick together when they cook. And I'll just continue to cut some more. So now that we have the pieces cut out and set on the pan, they will bake for about 12 minutes. And afterwards, you'll just take them out and let them cool before you eat them. And so I'll go ahead and put these in the oven. So our cookies are out of the oven. Make sure to let them cool a few minutes before you eat them. So as you can see, our cookies are finished, and this is our finished product.